Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of this episode. Well, part 2 of this mission, which is a new episode of Invisible Ink. Well done, Alan. Got through that intro with only 2 or 3 mistakes. Tony was hiding over here. Decker is waiting to be able to go through here. This drone is really still the wild card. Why does one of them only have a question mark? Oh, because we didn't actually hack the null drone. We only hacked the camera drone. That's right. Okay. That's fine. That's not as big a deal. Having 2 drones on the loose was a bit more of a concern. So we were just about to end the turn when I ended the episode, but I hadn't gotten to it yet. It looks like this guy just woke up and is now going to check out the other side of this door. I guess I should have left the door open, but it doesn't really matter. And then he should check this out, and then finally come start looking for us. So all that to say, he shouldn't be a threat for a fair while yet.
Investigating. Must be jumping at night.
Okay. So unfortunately, these drones have gotten out here and are looking this way. I was thinking Tony could run this way this turn, but it looks like he can't because there are drones watching the area. I suppose I should peek. There could be cameras on either side here. Yeah, and there is. Well, Tony's not going to be able to move anytime soon. The camera drone is going to investigate here next turn, which means it's going to scan from here. But it won't see anyone. Oh! Wait, did they? No, they did not manage to scan Tony. That's fine then. Now, I could wait here. Several turns later, the drones probably will have passed by. Or I could just make a run for it towards the shop. This would get the attention of both drones, which I'm not happy about. And one guard would come here, but that's not much of a concern. Actually, he might even see me open the door. How far? Drones can't get in there this turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, not even close. So I would have time to hide back here if I needed to. If the guard saw me, though, he 2.5, 3, 4, 6, 7. He could get to here. And then if he saw me back here, I suppose I could dart through his peripheral vision to up here. Then the drones would see me, and it would be a bit awkward. So, in short, if this guy notices me opening the door, it'll be a bit awkward. If he doesn't, then I'll just be taking one hit on the security level. Maybe 2 if both of these guys see me? I forget. Also, though, they would become alert. The null drone would become alert, where now he's not. So I think it's probably better not to take that risk. Just wait here, wait for all of the trouble to pass. Let's investigate. Yeah, of course, the null drone, as expected, is going back. Camera drone, as expected. What? I don't understand his path here. He's coming here and then going back? Like, he's getting out of the way of some other guard, but there's no guard he can get out of the way of, exactly, is there? I don't get it. I don't know what these drones are up to. Shenanigans. Meanwhile, with Decker, we've got this whole problem. Something worth considering is we could come down here and start robbing from these drones. Right? If we wanted to, we could do that. Come down here, steal, get back here. This one would scan and he would see me. That probably wouldn't be okay now that I think about it. So it's just a question of how to get through this room and how to start picking up these safes. There's no easy answers to that question, I think. We have a lot of time, as long as we don't create a lot of alerts. We could cloak through this room, but if we do, we'll have no way back through this room. So I think maybe the thing to do is to cloak myself up to the camera, and then hack the camera with a buster chip. Or I could just take the hit on the alarm level, get seen by the camera once, then hack it, and then walk the rest of the way through the room and not have to worry about it on the way back. That costs me an alarm level and dispatches at least one of these drones up to see me, and maybe this guy as well. Maybe also this guy, who knows. But it seems a little appealing, I think. None of them will get here this turn, so that's basically distracting them from dealing with Tony, who's the one who really is in a bit of a situation. And it just cost me one turn on the alarm level, which I think is worth less than my cloak. Right? The cloak can save me a lot more than just a turn, and that's all this would really be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get seen by this alarm, or this camera. Oh, pulled all three of these guys away, but not this guy. Okay, well, that's fine. Now let's go hack this. You know, if we had the power, maybe I would have, like, hacked it with Incognita instead, but I didn't, so... Yeah, and as predicted, he's not going to get there either. So we'll just run up here. Should be safe to stand here, and then just open it next turn. And actually, let's leave this item of valuable tech here. Both of them, in fact. That means we'll have another move point next turn. 1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, 8.5 gets us here. Meaning we can shop next turn, sell the buster chip, and then maybe buy something, and then come back and pick this stuff up again. If you could sell this at the shop, I would, but you can't. So just get it out of his hair, and he can collect it on his way back. On the other hand, that's really only saving him being encumbered. It saves him 1 movement point? I guess it saves him 2, because he would also have to become... No, because he could drop his other stuff, say, here. And then on... Yeah, so it's only saving him the 1 movement point of being encumbered, right? To drop his stuff here. And it costs him more than 1 to come back and get it. So I think we should actually carry this stuff with us, even though we can't use it at the shop. And it'll save us time coming this way. Okay, Decker looks fine, but let's ambush just as additionally just in case. Oh, this guy's coming too, because he was close to the camera scan. That's a little bit exciting. I don't know about the guy who was alert up here, the enforcer. Hopefully not. All right, that's about all we can do this turn, I suppose. The good news is the guy who was a big problem down here, the one who was standing stationary here, is the guard who keeps getting distracted by all this other stuff. Okay, Decker, see what's going on up here. A camera again! Rude. Can I grab both of these and still get out okay? This leaves me with 7, 4, 3. I can get to here. That seems alright. I mean, it kind of sucks that we got seen by that camera. I could have prevented it by peeking around the door or whatever. But, this was fine. It cost a turn. And I don't know that I would have wanted to hack the camera anyway to prevent this. Sure. Disable the sound bug, why not? Now all of these guys are going to look even further into the room, which should help Decker escape, actually, so maybe it's fine. And in fact, we can use maybe a sound bug, or a ping, to like keep the human guard further up here. I don't know if he's really a problem or if the drones are. We do want to, though, drop this valuable tech here, so we're not encumbered next turn.
Investigating area. Must be imagining things.
That noise scared me. That was, I think, the sound bug coming back? Ah, there's the guy who was alerted. We could use a buster chip on a sound bug, but there's no real reason to. Alright, let's see what's for sale. You got anything good? Not really. An EMP2, if we could, like, afford to give someone 2 points of hacking, that could help. But we've already got EMPs with Tony. A ranged weapon. Not that great, really. This, like, not that great. We've already got everyone's strength up at 2. Like, it's cheaper to just, it's almost as cheap anyway to just buy the strength. So let's go ahead and sell the buster chip so we're not encumbered carrying this other stuff. I don't think it's really a crucial piece of equipment. And pick these back up, of course. I don't think anyone should be looking at this. Yeah. Now these drones, I believe, are heading up here? I'm not sure about this one. I'm thinking of standing here to attract this guy's attention since he's about to go back to where he's a bit of a nuisance. And we could also steal from the drone and the guard as well while we're doing that. But it would be nice to know where the null drone is going, wouldn't it? If he's coming up here, that's good. If he's only coming to here, I'm a little bit concerned. What? Patrolling, but not going anywhere? Hello? Okay, well, this guy's going up here, I presume. No, he's going back home. So who's going here? Oh, one of the guys from this guy. The one... Oh, geez, he's going way over there. All right. And you? He's going home too. Interesting. Well, I'm not thrilled about that. I can steal from both of these guys and send this guy here, which is not a great improvement over letting him just go. I'm also super confused about what this drone is doing. It says he's just patrolling, which makes me believe he's going back to his normal job, but it didn't give me the footprints for that, so... And I mean, it would be nice if I could distract all these guys. I don't know if I really can. If I could keep them up here. But they would spot Decker pretty soon, I think. I think I'm just going to do this plan I had of stealing for both of these guys. I could KO this guy if I wanted. No, he has armor. Okay. And then hiding back here, of course, where he won't see me. If the drone is coming to here, I'm going to be a bit sad about that. If he's coming up to here, that's fine. If he's leaving, I don't know, doesn't much matter. At any rate, nobody is going to see Tony if he's standing here, are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Still wouldn't see him, and then he's out of moves. So yeah, let's go here. That's as close as we can get to this area. Ambush in case like this crazy guy comes around somehow. We have pings, but those don't work on the drones, of course. What's this? Guard armor, maybe? No, new guards. Not very keen on that. Whichever location they come from is not very nice. Gosh, we gotta get out of here. The good news is, both of our agents are closing on the one direction the exit seems to be in. Even if we don't know exactly where it is.
It must be jumpy tonight.
Oh, of course, it's a drone, right? That's probably better than a human guard, really. So this guy's gonna get to here. And then he'll scan. I'm not very happy about that. Seems like we gotta wait a while before these... before letting these, before getting into here. We do have enough power to hack this null drone if we want. That could take him out of commission for long enough, I think. Maybe what we'll do is have Decker buy another turn against this human guard by running up here. And then come out to like here. I believe he can do both of those things. It's easier if we go here, I guess, right? 7.5, 5.5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can get to here. Then this guy will come tearing around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. He'll be here. And then we can cloak past him or not. Just wait here if we want. Next turn, this null drone will be out of the way. This camera drone will be staring at the wall. The main threat, I think, will be that this guy will be looking at this door again. I don't remember whether he can actually properly see it. Alright, so let's start on that plan. And then once we've confirmed how many points movement points Decker has left, we can use him to scout a bit. Rather, to do some observing. Okay, so I misestimated by 1/2 a point. I thought he would have 1.5, not 2, so that's good. We can observe this guy and confirm that he'll get to here. Yes. We know what this is doing. He's coming here. There should, though, be another guard up here, I believe. I think the one who was doing this patrolling also heard about the camera scan. So he should be going up there. This is a bit worrying. This guy scans 5 tiles? It doesn't say, but I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I want to come up here and see, like... Oh, no, this guy's just doing his usual. Where did the new guard come in? In here, right. 1, 2, 3, 6. So he won't be here yet. Interesting. I think I can just wait here. I'm not sure. Maybe the camera drone scan would get to me here by spreading from this tile to this tile. So I think I should end here just to be a little bit safer. Right? If I do that, 2.5, get to here. I'll have 1.5 moves left, which is enough for me to scan this guy as sort of insurance. Yeah, so he's not going to be a problem. Okay. And so again, I think it would be okay to end my turn here, but for safety, it's a bit safer to end here. How am I going to be for moves next turn? If I start here with 9, I'll have 1, 2, 3. Grab the console. And then... not sure if I don't remember where this guy ends his turn, actually. If he ends it right here, I won't be able to get here safely. But I guess that's probably fine. I don't know. Let's just end here. I can't quite figure out whether I'll need the extra movement point, and so that means it's best to play safe, I guess. And we'll check where this guy's going to get to. Fine. Still got a lot of power to deal with drones if we have to, and that's the main thing, I think. We've got the humans sort of taken care of. Decker's going to have to cloak past one of them soon, but that's what the cloak is for. Okay, so it looks like it wouldn't have caught Tony if he were at the other position we were considering.
Guess it was nothing.
So Decker doesn't necessarily have to cloak and run through here. He could consider just staying where he is. Letting the guards pass him. This guy... I don't understand his vision cone at all. This should show up as being noticed by him, right? Because this is hidden. So we should be able to see that this is noticed, but apparently since we haven't discovered the whole square, it's not showing us. I don't know. At any rate, it looks like we can get in here, I think. Actually, though, what about this square? No, if he could see that... We can see this square, and so if he could see it, it would be on our map, I guess. Just like this is. I don't understand why this is not lit up. It makes no sense to me. I think we're in a pretty delicate position right now, and so I want as much intel on the guards as I can get. So I'm going to have Decker spend his action points observing guards. That guy's going over there, which is no problem. There's a drone coming in who is going to get into this room this turn, so we really need to be out of there. How about these guys? Okay, so it looks like I can just stand here and be fine. Yeah, see, this is lit up now. It wasn't before, because we couldn't see the whole tile. We still can't see it, though. Oh, I don't know. It's weird. So... there's this problem, I guess, of this guard. If we stand here, which is what I was planning to do, he will probably see us if we leave the door open. And if we close the door, then this guard will notice that. We can KO that guard. But it's not necessarily an ideal plan. How far is this guy gonna get? Pretty far, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 7.5. Yeah, from here he could surely see that square. So we can't allow that. So we have to do something about it. We could run up here. Can't zap him, he's got too much armor. Well, let's double check that he's not going to, like, turn and see Decker. Looks like no, this guy's gonna move first. Oh, he's not even gonna come in here. Interesting. Okay. Well, that should be fun. So Decker's stuck up here for a while. I think that we have to come in here, shut the door, get this guy's attention, and melee him. Not thrilled about it, but that's the only way out of this room at the moment. And we do need to get in here with the door closed. Right, that guy is definitely going to see. I wish you could, like, say, hey, what would their vision be like from here? It might just be a notice, though. But no, I think he would see him from, like, way out here, right? What was that? What does shift-clicking on Decker do for me? I guess it tells me all the tiles Decker can see right now. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, cool. Well, let's grab some more power, I guess. And regrettably, this guy is going to be a problem, so
Do you see that?
we're going to have to take this guy out. It's going to be a bit tricky to get Decker in here. Oh! We could use a sound bug. God, I keep saying sound bug. We could use a ping to avoid getting him angry just yet, right? Ping him down into the southern corner? Promising. I think that's worth it. We can knock him out later if we need to, but not having to babysit him will be quite convenient. And while he's down there, it means he won't notice Decker coming in either. Yeah, I like that. That's why I always, like, before I end my turn, I bounce up to this screen to see if there's anything that I forgot. It's a good overview and also includes the hacking tools that I sometimes forget to use. Where exactly do we want him? Here is fine, I guess. We'll grab this safe and see what's in this room next turn, I guess. Then where are we going to end up? Not sure. Maybe back here? That should be okay. Yeah. I suppose we also want to cover as few unexposed tiles as possible, in case any of them are sound bugs. This is a pretty good shot, I think. He's still... No, then he'll see what's in this room, so we need him at least this far. Yeah. Okay, good. So now this ambush should be irrelevant. And next turn, Decker can cloak through this, probably. I should have peeked before I shut this door, so that I could see what this drone is up to. Definitely a mistake. I suppose Decker can... As he runs through, he'll see the drone. We don't want him to spend a movement point on observing the drone. So, a bit of a waste there. All right.
Investigating. Must be imagining things.
So next turn, he should head into here. Which means that if we stand here, we won't be seen by either the null drone or the guard. How many movement points will we have left if we do that? Not many. So we might not want to spend a movement point on observing him. Not sure. Grab this. More items I can't carry. Please. Alright, leave that for Decker, I guess. There could be a camera back here. That would be inconvenient. Also, this guy is coming back to, like, right here, I believe. Which is a problem. So maybe Decker cloaks past this guy, knocks out this guy, and then comes in here. The problem is, then the drone that I presume has wandered into this area would see him, because he would no longer be cloaked. What can we do about this guard here? I mean, we have power to spend if we need it. I just can't find a good use for it. I suppose Decker could cloak, run through this room, enter here, and ambush standing here. That takes care of this guard. No, that guard has armor. Would sprinting help? You can sprint while cloaked. That is a thing that is possible. Sound bugs nearby? This one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they would hear me. So that's not a very good plan. What is this guy's path to get here going to be like? Maybe I can create some other distraction for him, like hacking the Obake drone over here and having it shoot the camera drone would make a lot of noise and draw everyone's attention. It's an option. We're still left somewhat uncertain about what to do about these guys. Tony's a bit exposed. Well, okay, what is his most efficient path to back here? 1, 2.5, 3, 4.5, or 3, 4.5, 5.5. So he's gonna definitely go this way. Which means here's a fine place to stand. This is the exit. Okay. So I can stand here and be safe from all of these dudes. It's just this guy who's a problem, right? Or I can stand here and be safe from this guy, but then I have to hack this drone for 8 power. I think maybe that's the plan. Don't have Decker come in just yet. But instead, wait till next turn, and then come in with a cloak. Or come in to, like, next to this guy. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best we can comfortably do. Yeah, this guy's going back to his post, and I believe at the end of this he will turn southeast again. 1.5, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think when they're stationary and they return to their post, they look in the same direction they were. So I guess we have to take this guy. Where do we put him? Well, we put him somewhere where Tony can comfortably pin him, I guess. How are we for safes? How many are left? We've hacked one there. 2 here, so there's 2 more left somewhere. They can't be far. We've got most of the map, so they must just be like in these 2 rooms, probably. But I won't have a lot of power left if Tony is responsible for pinning a drone. I guess Decker has a Buster chip. Yeah, so let these guys just do their thing. Wait here. Wait, but if he does come here, I'll never be able to get out of this spot. I'll be stuck here. I was thinking maybe I could sprint somehow to get his attention. Maybe what I could do is let him spot a downed drone. That's an interesting idea. Hack the null drone, leave it right here. And then next turn he'll come investigate it? Or in a couple turns or something? Whenever it becomes downed. I guess it would be at the... yeah, on his next turn. It would be even greater if he could get there and pin it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Yeah, he could. So that's an interesting idea. Alright, so I think we're going to take this null drone. I don't like the demon, but... okay, that's as demons go that we could have gotten this turn. That one's pretty good. Here is where I decided. Seems pretty good. Yeah, I think so. Maybe here is better. He'll be staring straight at a wall instead of at anything interesting. And then we'll bring Decker in next turn without having to cloak, hopefully. Depending on what this drone is up to. The new Obake drone. Oh! The safe that we looted, but didn't actually take the stuff out of, is rebooting. I forgot about that. We don't have it permanently.
This drone is down.
Yeah, so he's going to go investigate that next turn. On the other hand, this guy is going to be looking straight at us, so... not sure what to do at the moment. Peek. Oh, there are no drones. That Obake drone seems to have decided to patrol somewhere in here, I guess. That's quite handy. So we can come in here. This guy's going to come pin that drone. The problem is next turn we're not going to be able to really get anywhere productive. Yeah. Tony's in an awkward spot, isn't he? Wait, why can I still get in? That safe has not been hacked. But I'm still allowed to get in? Because they're... that seems weird. It should have locked itself again. Okay. So this guy's gonna... oh, actually, he probably won't come back out next turn. Because he's further away from where he normally is, which means he couldn't complete his whole patrol back here. So he's going to go to the other end of his patrol inside this room before he turns back around. Okay. Well, we're building sort of a house of cards here, but I think it stands up. Huh? It's pretty dicey, but I think we should be okay. And Decker has Cloak if necessary. I think we'll send Tony this way and Decker this way. Okay.
Looking around. It must be jumping at night.
Yeah, okay, as predicted, that all went off all right. Whew. We'll leave that stuff there. Maybe we can pick it up on the way out easily, as long as we remember. If there's a Buster chip in there we want to sell. Come in here. Grab this. And, not actually going to be able to stand anywhere safe, am I? In here. I guess all I really want to do is check for... No cameras, please. Yeah, of course there were cameras. You know what? It was probably fine to be spotted by him. Because now he won't bother... He won't go back here and get in Tony's way. Decker's been spotted an awful lot this game. But we could deal with this a number of ways. We could cloak and hide here, for example. Pick up this safe. They're going to be standing here. All right, so let's head out this way to see where that last safe is. Grab this guy's power on the way. Arguably, I should have left the valuable documents in there and brought the Buster chip with me. But I'd rather forget a Buster chip than forget this amount of money. Okay. So here's the last safe. Tony can get it quite comfortably. And it's just a question of what to do about Decker. And I think that that's, like, not a hard problem. How far can he get? He can get... Yeah, I think just coming in here is the thing to do. Actually, we should take the camera and hide... Cloak, and then like we can hide back here if we want. Cloak here, basically. That'll get us out of view of all the guards. In view of the camera, but we'll have taken that, so that's fine. It's a shame to spend 8 power right now, but it's not like we need it for anything else. Another dang camera. Okay, well this space is still safe from that camera. It means Decker will have to wait a little bit longer than I would have liked in here while cloaked, but that's not the end of the world, really. We have not stolen from this guard, so that would be another nice thing to get done while we're here. Okay, an accelerator chip. That could be handy. We didn't alert any of the guys up here, did we? No, they were too far away to care about that camera. They figure someone else will take care of it. The null drone, I think, is the last remaining big obstacle. He's going to wake up in a minute, and hopefully... I guess actually what he'll do is he'll scan his own square, and then he'll head into the exit and scan that, and then he'll go on the loose. By then, hopefully we'll have some idea what to do about him. Well, I'm glad we peeked for the last, checked for the last camera. It's only going to be like 1 extra turn before we can get out. It's not a big deal. We couldn't get out next turn anyway. There's going to be too many guards by the door. Okay, so that seems to be everything. What the heck was that noise? I don't know.
Guess it was nothing.
What on earth are they doing? They're so confused. Huh? I don't know, man. Did one of them... Did he just see this downed drone or something? Yeah, he did. Okay. Alright, I don't know what these guys are up to, but fortunately, like, Decker's got nothing better to do than scout them. Oh, we already... Yeah, right. Can we peek and see that null drone? We can't. Okay. Okay, there we go. The null drone, we left it looking like southeast? Yeah. Maybe south even. Hard to tell exactly. He's got a little cone, but it's hard to tell which way it's facing from here. I guess that's east from this position, so it must be south from this position. Alright, so he's looking south, whatever. At any rate, we should be able to come up here. Well, we know what he's going to do. He's going to scan his own square, right? And Decker has nothing better to do than investigate these two, so let's do that. He's investigating the drone. He's going back to his spot right there. Ugh! Right, I forgot that it's going to be such a hassle to get past this guy. Maybe the thing to do, actually, is to let the camera scan us again to get this guy to go somewhere dumb. If we can figure out a way to do that, that would be nice. Not sure quite how to manage that. Maybe let the camera scan us here and then go like that. That would get them both, right? It's not exactly obvious that I could get through them after doing that, though. I could let the camera scan us here, and then what? I don't know. How many moves does Tony have? Could he get to this door and then run away? Not exactly. I'm thinking about we could maybe like knock out one of these guards and then shock trap to take out the other one. If we could get them to use this door. On the other hand, once he's standing up here, we should be able to lure him to investigate a square like this or something, right? That wouldn't be too bad. Okay, so let's double check what this drone is going to do, even though we believe he's just going to scan his own square. It would be nice to find out. For sure. Yes. Okay. And he has how many firewalls? 4. Jeez. We have ping back. That's how we get this guy taken care of, right? We ping him somewhere else, I guess. If we're doing that, though, now is the turn for it, right? Because we can actually get everyone to the exit now. Next turn, if we want. I believe. Except for this guy is staring right at us. So this guy will be looking nowhere interesting. This drone can't shoot us. He'll notice us here, but we'll duck past him and run for the exit. Then everyone will chase me where I was, which is here. Not a useful place for them to be. So we just have to make sure this guy isn't in our way, which we can accomplish with a ping now, not a ping next turn. Like here, I guess? That's not hitting any sound bugs. It gets him well out of the way. Perfect. It's going to take him 3 turns to come back. So we're just going to get seen by the camera again on the way out. Yeah, sounds good to me. And try to remember to pick up that Buster chip.
Nothing. Investigating area. Nothing.
And we can afford to sprint if that will get us to the exit a turn faster, but if it won't, then we cannot afford to sprint, and it won't, so let's not sprint. Decker can't quite make it. We're going to get seen by the camera and by the drone. Actually, well, Tony will get seen by the drone, and Decker will get seen by the camera. But then we'll just head up into this room. And the fact that we were spotted here will be inconsequential. It will be great. It'll mean they're sending their units in the wrong direction to investigate us. We have... I guess we haven't searched one of these guards, although I think he came in... No, he's been here this whole time, so he should actually have some stuff on him. So let's go ahead and get spotted here. Oh, I forgot. It's going to rotate. It's going to track us. Is that okay? Yes, because we can KO this guard with a shock trap. Or with, indeed, just a buster. No, not a buster, a neuro thingy. Disruptor. The null drone will follow us, but he won't be able to do anything. Oh, he's looking the wrong way, idiot. Here's 120 bucks. Okay. Well, so much for that. Let's have Decker go first so that we see which enemies are alerted to our presence. So we can decide whether we need to do anything about it. If I go here and pick up a thing, I won't have enough moves to get out. But we can get out next turn.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
You hear all those "what was that" guys? Oh my gosh. So pretty much everyone is coming for Decker now. The funny thing about that is I believe we can still grab this stuff on the way. Decker won't have the movement points to get out this turn, but I believe he should be safe just standing here, right? Everything that's going to investigate him, which includes all of these guys, is going to run straight for this way. Nobody's going to look north, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm going to be a bit embarrassed if that doesn't turn out to work. We could EMP the drone. That would be a productive use of our turn. I think. There is some risk that the guard standing on it would become... would notice it and choose to investigate his own square, which could be a bit awkward for me. We could KO the guard. Is that better? Does that help somehow? It would mean enemies would notice this and track it instead of coming over here. So the closest such enemy is this guy, right? He's the only one where it's even relevant. 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. He would get to here. Huh. And in fact, he's the only guard who's an issue at all, right? Everyone else is going to be looking down here. The only one who might spot us over here is this guy. What was it that I was worried about that I thought might make this plan not work? Like, I'm sure there's something. I'm not saying it's a flawless plan, but... Oh, right. I was worried that this guy might see him. Well, if we're going to do this, we're going to be moving Decker here, right? And then ending his turn here. Which means he'll have 1.5 action points to spare. I can use those on the drone to make sure that he's not going to do something dumb like investigate his own square. Oh my gosh, I can't tell which one is the drone. Well, okay, Tony also has a spare action. Oh, or we could just KO this guy before we make that decision, since we decided that that's a good plan. Okay, sure. Uh-oh, he's now going to investigate this square? Oh, I should have EMP'd the drone and then let Decker KO the guard. Oh, that would have been a cool idea. Okay. Yeah, because then neither of these guys would have been an issue. But that drone noticed that the guard in his square was attacked. Okay. Well, now we have 2 other guards who are going to notice this guy. And he's going to scan, which means he'll see this. Which means he'll alert a guard, and a guard will come in and stare at Decker. So that's no good. But maybe, just maybe, if we get both of our agents out of this room on this turn, we can find a way to sneak back in next turn. And still get the stuff. And if not, we'll still get out with our lives. We'll just have lost access to a buster chip, which is like $125 or something.
Hey, you okay?
Alarm level 5. Enforcers deployed. They will be your death.
Oh man, it's so rude they get to find out my location in the middle of the turn. Huh. Well, I'm fairly confident that we cannot get through this. We got about 9 guards closing in on us. This square is one that they are watching. So if I run here, they'll go on Overwatch. And then I can come here, get out of their line of sight, grab this thing. But I won't be able to get out. So not such a great plan. We're just going to have to leave the buster chip. Boy, we spent a lot of time trying to rescue that buster chip, I think. But, alright, let's get out of here. So, like, by the way, there's a thing about this game that I don't love, which is, I guess it's not true. It's more true if you have, Faust and Brimstone. There's this fortune all of the demons and algorithms, give you tactical bonuses, things that help you on the mission. Except for fortune, which gives you 200 credits. And so if you have a way of triggering demons, it's always good for you to delay leaving the level as long as possible, triggering demons until a guard shows up and you have to leave, just in the hope that maybe you get 200 credits falling out of the sky. That's not really an issue for us here. We don't have a good way to trigger any demons, and it's like, I don't love playing that way. I wish the game didn't make that a strong choice. There's a few similar things, like if you have Draco, you should stick around and try to murder as many guards as possible. that's not such a big problem because it's quite risky to do so. But it's kind of like, you know, when you play... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just a thing I don't like. But let's get out of here.
Excellent work, operator. Now we have to find a way to spend our newfound fortune.
I guess it's like an FTL, right? If you've played that, a thing that the good players do is there's some mechanics in the game that are like, they seem pretty reasonable, right? You know, when you're flying a spaceship and like whenever someone is shooting at you and it gets to your shields, the guy who you have running the shields like gets the shields back online as quickly as he can, and the more he does that, the more experience he gets at using shields, and so gradually he becomes better at getting the shields online more quickly. Fine, all seems quite reasonable, but what this means is that if you encounter a ship that cannot possibly do you any harm, the optimal thing to do is to just like leave the game running for an hour while you go do something else, and your shield guy gets more experience. And like likewise for piloting, you know, there's other kinds of ways you get experience in the same kind of position. You know, they call it a training ship, and it's like, that's a terrible, terrible, pathological way to encourage your players to play the game. What's the optimal thing to do? Oh, you know, just play something else for an hour. Awful. It's a cool mechanic, but it creates optimal play that's not fun. And so you could say, oh, you know, don't do it if you don't think it's fun. But then, like, if you ever lose, you might say, oh, if only I'd sat there for an hour not playing the game, I might have won. And you don't want players feeling that way. That's a bad feeling. So there's sort of similar stuff in here of like, you know, I should have waited around for all the demons to trigger just in case one of them was fortune. Kind of, you know, you can watch Pleasing Fungus's talk about the hypothetically optimal player. I think it's a pretty cool thing if you're interested in game design. And there's a few things here that sort of suffer from that same flaw. But anyway, we're done with this mission. I just had some more talking to do when we got to the end, so you've been listening to that instead of watching me play the game. If you're still here, I guess you guys are into that sort of thing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.